All right, King, you've been trying to get us to talk about this for about a week.
Well, longer than that, but yeah.
Or yeah, longer, because they discovered Celeste's body on the 7th of or the 8th of September, a day after her birthday. What would have been her birthday?
Mhm.
So I got something to play for you. Let me see if I can find it. See if this is gonna work. Allow. Also share tab with audio. Okay, here we go. I'll press this. Yep. Share. Right. Okay, here we go. So we're gonna do this like this. Here we go. Press play. Got it.
This is
Detectives proceeding cautiously as they investigate the death of a missing California teenager whose body was found in a car belonging to popular singer-songwriter David. How 15-year-old Celeste Rivas died and whether a crime was committed remain crucial questions that sources tell ABC News could take weeks, even months, to answer.
It's an ongoing investigation. We have a lot of resources dedicated to bringing it to a conclusion.
Rivas had been missing for a year and a half. The LA County medical examiner unable to determine a cause of death so far, now waiting on lab tests to come back. Her badly decomposed remains wrapped in plastic discovered inside the trunk of this black Tesla that had been abandoned in the Hollywood Hills. The registered owner, David Anthony Burke, who goes by the stage name David. The medical examiner revealing Rivas had a tattoo reading "shh" on her index finger. David has the same one. It's a popular design among performers. Investigators were seen searching the residence he was renting last week and allegedly removing a computer. The 20-year-old musician has not been named as a suspect.
In order for there to be a prosecution, law enforcement has to find some key pieces of information when it comes to a potential homicide. First, they actually need to figure out if it's a homicide or not, and the autopsy report will help give them that. Then they have to figure out the who and the how in order to bring charges.
And while a source close to the investigation says all promotion for David's new album has been put on pause, Billboard reporting streaming of his music has doubled since news of his possible connection to Rivas's death emerged. Some fans now pointing out disturbing images seen in his music videos like One More Dance, which shows a bloody David and a body being placed in a trunk.
After watching you go.
Recently, mourners gathered at a vigil for the California teen, authorities returning her body to her family this week.
Now, sources telling us they have the evidence that they need from her body. And while they wait on those lab results, again, the promotion for David's new album has stopped and the U.S. portion of his tour has been canceled. Guys.
All right, King, what you think? Let's get to it. You've been wanting to talk about this, so go on, tell us what you think.
I think there's a whole bunch of levels of conversation here. One is, a 13-year-old girl is missing for a year and a half. She's really only 70 miles away from where she's missing. Like how this happened, how the police just stopped looking for her.
I mean, I don't think they stopped looking for her. They just didn't have nowhere to look. If she was last seen in, let's say, I think it was Lake Elsinore, I mean, why would you think she's in Hollywood?
Well, I would think that, from what I've seen so far, my, what you say, social media investigation?
Yeah, you're a digital detective. All y'all digital detectives.
My social media investigator right here. From what I've seen, that it's obvious that she was somewhere with somebody because they went and got her the first time. And when they brought her back, that's where you see the videos of the teacher talking about the time when she came back and she said she was with David and all that. Then she comes up missing again. So I would think the logical thing was they go stake out David again.
But they didn't know the singer was David. They just knew that she had a boyfriend. I think the mom, now I'm not sure is this true because, again, listening to y'all digital detectives or social media security guards, you could it could get lost. Like a lot of the conversation, like I noticed on Channel 5 specifically, like the whole conversation is she's dismembered, right? But then all the other news outlets outside of TMZ, they're not reporting that. So it's like most articles, 90% of the articles say decomposed, right? Like she been sitting somewhere, you know what I mean, like too long and her body started to rot. But they're saying her torso and her head was separated. So it's like, again, the digital detectives and social media security guards, you know what I mean? It's just confusing. But I'll tell you something that I thought about.
What?
Well, to answer your question, I just don't think they knew he was the singer because they would have went to his house.
I think they could have checked her phone, her social media. She was still talking to friends.
Yeah, but again, they would have to cooperate.
They would have to actually investigate.
Well, I think they did ask questions.
No, they go get subpoenas to go get anybody's phone records and stuff. They don't need to ask nobody.
Yeah, but I don't think they get subpoenas for every person missing.
She's a little bit of white girl. They probably would have been on it right away.
There's tons of white girls who go missing all the time.
And they be trying to be on it right away.
No, because they don't ever find them.
No, but they tried to find them right away.
At least that's the belief. I don't think they do. Well, first off, yes, I agree in that sense, but they don't find them still. And they could be 7 miles away. Finding a person is hard.
All these cameras and all this stuff around here.
Yeah, but you're not checking cameras for every missing person. Like, I'm sure it's tens of hundreds of missing people that go missing every day.
Missing
in the United
kids.
States.
You're correct.
You know what I'm saying? So I would like to not believe that's true, but I'm sure it's somewhere between tens and hundreds.
And what was you going to say?
Well, what would you think happened? Like if we had to wager and we had to come up with an idea of what happened, what do you think happened?
What you mean? Like
what's the case? Through all your digital detective work, all your social media security guard investigation, what are you gambling on that happened?
I think he's guilty of being a pedophile. Okay.
Well, that wouldn't be how it worked. But go ahead.
Oh, well, I'm just saying, though, I think he's guilty of being a pedophile. And because he's that, I think she either wanted to leave and go back home or she was pregnant.
And then what?
And he had to stop it either way.
So you think she was murdered?
I think he did it.
So this is my guess.
This is my opinion. You say, do you want my opinion?
Sure.
I think he did it.
But you don't think at this point they would have been able to prove? Like I know in the news article we just read, they said they had to kind of do a little bit more work. They had to do toxicology, which means it wasn't something direct because you would be able to tell if it's a knife, which is weird that I hear dismembered because they would know probably it would be foul play. They're not even sure it's foul play.
Well, I heard like you heard, other people said that it just fell apart, not dismembered. It's just so decomposed that it fell apart.
Yeah.
I think the problem that they're having right now is dating of the body because they have the problem of him being on tour. So they got to connect that the body could have been there before he went on tour. And I think that's what's holding up the arrest and everything.
But you don't think that they would actually say there was foul play involved at this point?
Well, with the body being so decomposed, it's really hard to say what kind of foul play it is. So I don't know what the final examination is. I know with a body that decomposed, you start losing, telltale signs of stuff.
Yeah. Blood probably won't change. If it was a cut or if it was a gunshot, it'd probably be obvious to tell.
A gunshot, people. Well, then again, it depends how decomposed. Because remember, when you decompose, you start basically eating yourself within.
Rotting. You start rotting.
So holes start changing, different dimensions. Stuff start rotting away. So a gunshot wound may not look like a gunshot wound no more. So cuts may not look like cuts no more. You know what I'm saying? Because of decompose. Now, is there flies in there? What's going on? So
you probably still have cuts.
Nah, because you could put a person in a body and keep it in a bag, and next you know that stuff would turn to liquid.
Yeah, but I don't think they wouldn't have said they would turn the body. Yeah, but I don't think
so. You'll lose cuts and stuff like unless you see the cuts inside the bones.
Well, not necessarily. I mean, they
If you have no skin, how you show a cut?
yeah, but I don't think it was to that degree.
Oh, you talk about that decomposed?
Yeah.
I think it was because of for me, it would have to be that way because then it'll match before he left.
You got to put it on him.
Yeah,
So
that's what I'm saying.
All
Though.
your
That's what I'm saying. Though.
digital detective work is saying he did it.
Hey, if it's only like 2 days decomposed, it's like, damn, the nigga didn't do it. But if they say like, damn, it was 20 days. Oh, okay, the nigga did it. It's like that.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you my thesis. You tell me what you. I didn't do as much digital detective work and as much social media security services as y'all did, but let me tell you what I think.
Okay.
I think she actually overdosed. I think she overdosed. Now, I don't know if it was a threat. This would be my bet. Forgive me to her family, but this is just my thought, right? And the reason I think this is because they're not even considering him a suspect. They're not considering him a person of interest. So somewhere along the line, they don't believe it was foul play or she was murdered. So I think what happened is, right? I think what happened in her situation is either it was an accidental overdose, you know what I mean, where she's partying, she's hanging out partying, because it's already, she's running away from home, you know, she's a little bit out of, you know, she got a lot going on.
She ran away from home.
Yeah.
Okay, this is your version. Okay.
Well, that's what they said, she ran away from home.
I didn't read that, but go ahead.
Yeah, they said that she ran away from home. They said that's why they reported her missing. She had to run away from home. She didn't get kidnapped.
How you know?
Well, I mean, because
Did she say she ran away? Who said she ran away?
Well, they brought her back.
Okay, but who said she ran away the second time?
Well, I mean, that's the point. Like,
I think she was kidnapped.
Well, wouldn't it be foul play at that point?
I would think so.
So then they just missed that she got kidnapped to the same.
They missed the fact that she's 15.
How did they miss
13.
That? Who missed that?
They have, apparently.
How did they miss it?
A 15-year-old no foul play with an overdose. That in itself is weird.
Why is that
Any
weird?
15-year-old with an overdose, there's got to be some foul play somewhere.
Why would there be foul play?
Why would a 15-year-old overdose?
Because people party and do drugs, even young people.
Young people get drugs from other young people?
No, that don't change that it would be an accidental overdose.
No, it's never an accidental overdose. They go after the people that give people drugs that overdose.
Yeah, but they can hold you as a criminal, right? Because you gave them.
That's what I'm saying. So there's always foul play.
That wouldn't be foul play, right? That still wouldn't be. That person would die of an accidental overdose, right? And you can be charged with selling blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, charged with murder.
Not necessarily murder.
Washington, you get charged with murder.
Well, not in
somebody
California. They don't really do that.
Yeah, somebody died.
They can do it in different
states
with it because you have accountability. Right?
Yeah, you get charged with murder.
Or part 2 of the overdose. It wasn't as accidental.
So you think it was just an overdose?
I think that would make the most sense.
So do you think she has any relationship with David? That's the question I want to know.
I don't know. It looks really bad. But okay, so I thought about that. And I took that into consideration. Okay, he's a gamer. He's been gaming for years. He was gaming in 2000 back then.
2021, I think he first started.
And they said you should do music. He started doing music in 2021. So he had to be about 16 years old.
Yep.
Right. So as he's coming up, he's meeting people. He puts out his first record that becomes a hit in 2022, right? Which is the romantic, what is it called? Romantic Homicide or something. He puts out that song. And that song's starting to blow up, but they already have engagements on his, you know, the social media page. What is it called?
Discord,
on his Discord. So he's probably interacting with this girl to some degree.
Oh yeah, since he got on.
So that probably, he would have been roughly about 17.
No, I think he was 16 and she was like
11,
something like that.
Right. So 17, 12, 16, 11.
Something
so
like
they
that.
engage it right now as she's running away, right? As you don't want to say she is, they keep finding her.
Somebody have air quotes on that one.
Well, definitely some air quotes. Cool. That's cool.
When you say run away, somebody hit air quotes.
Yeah, because you would have to have a criminal case to say somebody got kidnapped. Like, and
you know,
but that's not the point. Okay, so they somehow meet up. Now, how she's staying out in the streets, who she's staying with, I have no idea. it definitely looks like they're involved to some degree. So what I thought was
He's
a little
18 and she'll be 13 when she ran away, in your words.
No, that was this time.
The first time, it was only a few months before that it happened.
Sure. So before that, he was 17.
Because she was still 13.
So he was 17. So right, but that's not the important part. The thing is,
for me, it is adult and a child. I'm sorry.
Sure. I mean, that makes you feel better, but that's
on.
cool. I mean, even though your state is a little different.
I'm talking about here in California, 18 is
totally
consent.
Got it. Okay. So look, I'm in, right? I'm in the idea. So right. So he's a little geeky kid.
Mm-hmm.
She's giving him attention. He's blowing up. She noticed it because it is this weird kind of niche, huge thing that's happening in America.
Yeah.
But it's niche. Like it's a TikTok moment happening. And it's right during the pandemic. Right. So it's a TikTok moment coming out of the pandemic. The song is blowing up, and you can have these pockets of people, and it's a big song, double platinum song, and it's big in different countries, but we all don't know what's happening. but this girl knows what's happening. She's in on it. She knows. She sees his blow up because she's probably on TikTok. If she's 11, 12, or 13, she's on TikTok. So she's in his Discord. They start building. Now, however they interact, I pray for the best. I hope this man is not doing that. It just looks bad.
Well, they say he got priors for doing it.
I have no idea.
I seen it where they
show your
screenshots.
I believe your digital
priors.
detective work. Okay, so I think as he started to get on, right, he started getting grown women, better looking women, right? He started getting women that was simple. He's about to go on tour. Somewhere along the line, this is my other alternative theory.
Oh, the alternative from suicide?
He was like, look, you need to go home. This ain't working out. And if she likes a guy like that, she might be a little different herself. If you like a guy talking about, murdering you, you know what I'm saying? Murdering you in a song and dragging your body and all that, you got to be different. She's young, but even young, you different. So I could see her saying, I will hurt myself if you break up with me.
Wow. You giving a little kid all that credit over an adult.
I'm not giving a little kid credit over adult. I'm just saying when you young, you impressionable, and it's just a little
So
different.
He couldn't have manipulated her?
Into hurting herself?
To even falling that much for him. Why is he pursuing the kid to fall that much in love?
I'm not disagreeing. I'm not saying that. I'm just telling you based off how she died. Now, again, we could go into a different conversation, but that'd be a different charge to try to prove that. You'd be struggling to try to prove. Right now, we're dealing with this person dead. Is it a homicide or is it an accidental death? It doesn't look like it's foul play. Up until this point, it's been 21 days. 21 days. It doesn't, they don't have a person of interest. They don't have a suspect. They're not even saying, is it a murder?
I think he probably choked her out.
They would be able to tell.
We're going to find out.
But it's been 21 days. So those are my two theories. My theory is rooted around an overdose. How is the problem?
I never thought about an overdose, but I could see that because they went for drug tests, and I couldn't understand why they was waiting for did drug test on the body. So that's, I could see where that could come in at, maybe she could have overdosed. But far as far as the murder part comes, I understand what you're saying. I'm still stuck on the other part of it.
Yeah, I can't really, I can't react to react to things that aren't charges.
I don't need a charge to see a grown man and a child and wait for charges.
Well, I don't know. Again, I don't know. I can't assume what they're doing. I know that.
But even in your theory, it says a relationship.
But what type of relationship?
It doesn't matter.
Well,
you got a runaway girl. You're dealing with a runaway girl, and she's a runaway girl. And
you may don't even know she's a runaway.
What the man? Reaction time.
I think this is a lot of assumptions. This is a lot of assumptions, and I can't make them. I can only go with the simple concepts, and we going on theories of how this woman died. This little girl.
Okay,
died.
I understand about the die part, but I go back to the other part before she died.
I can't go into that. That's imaginary.
That's not. I think she ran away.
I think it builds up motive, but then for motive, it would have to be they would be announcing, right?
I want to see if
21
she's
days
pregnant.
in, they would have to be announcing 21 days in, right?
Mhm.
That this is foul play. Now, maybe look, it could be 28 days in,
Hold
it could
on.
be 35
Hold
days
on.
in.
Hold on. Okay, I'm going to say this right here on the line. Okay. I hate to do this though, because I know I'm gonna sound like an asshole and non-caring person.
Okay, we can stop it. We can finish this. This is enough.
But
this is a first for our first reaction.
I got a burrito on that nigga's guilty. That's foul play.
All right, I'll take it. It's covered.
You'll take it?
Yep.
Okay, I got a burrito that is foul play. That nigga's toast.
Okay.
You know. But overall, you know, I guess this is the first one. You're right, though. It makes somebody think about it, because in a case like this, they're moving, either they're trying to be really particular and worried about how people are scrutinizing them, or like you said, it's not what people think it is.
And I'm
So it's one of those two.
I'm into the latter.
Yeah, because you know, it is a high profile case now. It is something high profile.
It was high profile the
You
first
know?
day.
So they might be really trying to really take their time, or like you say, because when they said they wait for, you know, the drug test to come back, you know, I was like, you couldn't tell already what was?
No.
But then they might just be holding it back until they have everything tied up in a nice bow. Or it could be your way, huh? And once again, too, and this is what makes me so mad sometimes, because I might lose my burrito now thinking about this shit.
Or you'll win.
Oh no, I might, because I'm about to say something that I just thought about that's more in your favor than mine. And that is, they released the body to the family.
So welcome to the first.
So the evidence and stuff they're not holding on to.
Welcome to the first No Ceilings React. Come back here for more. No Ceilings by Glasses Malone. My man King Glasses Malone. We out here.
Peace. Yeah, you got me thinking about that now.